every area of the country has certain foods it's really famous for. Now that depends in part on the population of the area that you're in. So for example, San Francisco is really well known for its Chinese food, for its Italian food, for its seafood. And that's because of its population and its location near the San Francisco Bay. New York is known for its deli food, its Eastern European food, its Cuban and Indian foods are really good, its pizza, and that's because of the population here. Here in Orange County, what they're known for in particular is their Persian food, their Mexican food, and their bakeries. Now, that is in part because of the populations here. We have a large population of Persians here. They emigrated when the Shah was overthrown back in the 1970s. So we have a huge population of Persians. We have a lot of Persian restaurants here. We have really good Persian food. We have great Mexican food. We're real close to Mexico. We have a lot of Mexican food. The bakeries here are so good, and it's got to be broken up. We have European bakeries, we have Asian bakeries, we have Eastern European bakeries, we have all different types. We're going to give you a view here of some of our better European style bakeries. And we'll probably do other videos later on other types of bakery, other types of foods around Orange County. But here we're giving you a video of the best European bakeries, and we're going to limit ourselves to central and southern Orange County because there are so many great bakeries here. It's going to be hard to come up with the 10 top bakeries, but we're going to try to give you a feel for the 10 top European bakeries in southern and central Orange County. We'll do more later. So, after trying all of those bakeries, Young and I talked it over. We decided it really wouldn't be fair to suggest that one was the best out of all 10 because every single bakery had something special, something that was better than the others. And, so instead we decided what we're going to do is tell you which of the things at each of the bakeries we thought was the best there and is worth going to and worth trying. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
We're in front of the Little France Bakery and Bistro, also in Mission Viejo. Now, what is so special about this place? Well, I'm not quite sure, except they were asked to cater the Grammys, and they catered Elton John's private party. This bakery and bistro, it's a tiny thing. It's not part of a chain. It's just one small shop in Mission Viejo, and it's so good that they're catering the Grammys this year. And they have really authentic French pastries. We'll go in, we'll take a look at what they got. It all looks good to me. So we got the croissant, and there's a decoration on the plate. Apparently somebody had a spoon there and took the spoon. It's okay, I'll eat it without the spoon. I have a fork and a knife. That is decadent, it's chewy, it's buttery, delicious. It's got the flakiness, but it's also got that raspberry ribbon through the whole thing. This is going to be a very satisfying pastry. I need some coffee after that. That was really sweet. More you're starting to see around the U.S. coffee eclairs. You used to never see them. Now you see them quite a bit, but none look quite so authentic. None look like they came out of a beautiful bakery on the Champs-Élysées. But this one certainly does. It's got a perfect choux pastry, and then the filling is coffee cream. Is that amazing or what? I love the flavor of a good coffee eclair, better than a chocolate eclair. They do have chocolate eclairs in there, by the way. C'est bon. This is so good. This is rich, it's creamy, it's tasty, just slightly sweet, a little bit crusty like a good choux pastry. Delicious. All right, at Little France, I thought the eclair was better than any of the eclairs anyplace else. Now, I got a coffee eclair, and it's really hard to find a good coffee eclair here in the U.S. You can find it in Paris, but finding it here in the U.S. is difficult. They also make a good chocolate eclair with a chocolate filling, which isn't one of those standard cream fillings that you usually see here. It was a chocolate cream filling, and that was really good.
I like the macaron best. I didn't eat the pistachio macaron, but next day I tried the pistachio macaron. It was really, really good. The inside the paste was very, I mean, it's not so sweet, but it's dense, very rich. It was very good. And also, even though I ate next day, not dry, I thought it was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
There are so many great European bakeries in Orange County. You never know where you're going to find one. We're in a small shopping center in Mission Viejo, and here we have Savor Bakery. This has really good ratings. Now, the window, they have a slogan on there. It says "Made with Love." I personally would prefer it made with butter, but that's me, you know, what the heck. Anyway, so we're going to try a few of their more famous pastries, and we're going to see what this is like. Okay, almond croissants. The thing about an almond croissant, most places in the US don't make them very well. They usually will take a croissant, a normal croissant, put a little marzipan in the middle, call it an almond croissant, and say that's it. This one doesn't look like it's that way. It looks like it's been baked in. So I'm going to give it a shot here. See what... Again, really rich, buttery. The almond paste is baked into the croissant. It's not like they split it open and put marzipan in it. This is good. This is worth coming back for. This last one, I don't know if this is some kind of a Turkish pastry. It's got multiple layers, lots of cream fillings. Got a burnt sugar cream topping here that's really nice. Let's cut into this. I know this is very flaky and it's going to fall all over the place. Okay, no, the cream holds it together. It's got lots of layers. That is rich. The layers they've absorbed the cream, so it's soft, it's not crunchy. It's very rich. You can taste the cream, you can taste the burnt sugar. It's really nice flavor. I'm going to double check. I don't think this is Turkish. This is another kind, but I'll be back. Okay, so I checked, and this is not Turkish. This is a Russian honey cake. All I know is it is delicious. I'm probably going to finish this whole thing. Maybe I'll let Young taste it. It's really good. Now, Savor. At Savor, I really thought that honey cake was better than any other pastry I'd had on this thing. It was just good. I could have eaten 2 or 3 of them. The honey cakes were really good. And it's a Russian-style pastry, even though it's a French-style bakery. Young, on the other hand, really liked the almond croissant there. In fact, we had some left over, and she had some this morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think about that almond croissant?
Almond croissant was the best almond croissant I ever had. The reason is, sometimes when you cut almond croissant in half, the inside is hollow. This one is like packed with almond paste.
Almond paste and cream.
Almond paste and cream, and it was very good. And also almond, they toasted a little bit, and I think they were still very crunchy and very fresh.
The Cream Pan in Fountain Valley, California, Orange County. The Cream Pan originally opened in Tustin in 1988. It was a very popular restaurant, or not restaurant, it's more of a bakery, and it bakes traditional Japanese-style pastries. Now, Japanese-style pastries are French-style pastries, but they have a lot of Japanese-style things, and for many years they were known as the best bakery in Orange County. They may still be, for all I know, probably right up at the top on Yelp. They opened this new restaurant restaurant slash bakery in Fountain Valley about a year ago. And so we came here because it's bigger, it's airier, it's prettier, and they have a big variety of stuff. Plus they have the really good cream pan delicacies that they have there. So we're here to try it out. We'll see what we think. Japanese pastries tend to be heavily French influenced, but because it's Japanese, Young and I both wanted to get something a little savory that's more Japanese than not. So I got a chicken katsu curry. I like Japanese curries, and I like it with chicken katsu. You can get it either way here. They have tonkatsu, which is breaded pork, and chicken katsu, which is pan-fried breaded chicken. I'm in the mood for chicken katsu. Actually, I don't know that chicken katsu originated in Japan. Tonkatsu was the Japanese thing. It was done with pork. I think you started to see chicken katsu originating around Hawaii in the 1970s. And I like chicken katsu or tonkatsu. I like either one. Today I was in a chicken mood. I'm going to try it. It comes with some red pickled ginger, which is always good to cut some of the richness of the curry, and it's over rice, so I'm not going to complain about that. Let's give it a shot. That's a really good, definitely Japanese curry flavor, which is a little different from the Indian curries and Thai curries that you see. But it's got a nice Japanese curry flavor to it. The chicken is crispy, it's light. You know, this place is so popular. It's been popular for years. The original one opened up in Tustin in about 1988, so it's about 33 years old now. This one here in Fountain Valley, it opened up in about 2020, just before the pandemic. And it's good. It's nice. It's not as crowded. It's bigger. It's prettier. We like it.
Very pretty.
Ginger kick. Very nice.
Oh, look at this. Tonkatsu.
Yeah, this is chicken katsu. Just
Oh, chicken katsu.
yeah, it's chicken katsu. You take it and you dip it in the curry. I think you're gonna like it. It's not spicy, but it's good. It's a good katsu. It's very light. Yeah, it's breaded with panko, and it's fried very light, so it's not greasy or anything.
You know what is so impressive? Look at how thin the panko, the skin. Look at that.
Yeah. Now I'm going to show some of my Hawaii roots here and take some of this rice and dip it in the curry sauce. Another thing we got here, their strawberry croissants are very well known here in Orange County. People will bring them in big trays to parties, as are their banana strawberry croissants. So we got one of each to sample them. The strawberry croissant is a croissant. It's filled with custard or pastry cream and strawberry. So give it a shot. Rich, creamy, sweet. The pastry cream is perfect. The strawberry gives it a little bit of a tang to it. And the croissant pastry, again, very buttery, very flaky, dusted with a little powdered sugar. It's a nice croissant, and the strawberry and custard add a nice flavor to it. Now, my friend David tells me he loves this banana croissant. I've never tried it before, and he says this is his favorite thing of all time here. Here is their banana croissant. It's got strawberries and bananas in it. Let's give it a try. That's good. The pastry cream, even where there's no bananas on top of it, it has a banana flavor in the cream. So that gives it a good flavor along with the strawberry. For those of you who had the banana toothpaste or the strawberry toothpaste when you were kids, it tastes just like that, but it's still really good. The cream pan. You know, I was really surprised. The thing I liked the best at the cream pan was the katsu curry there. It wasn't a baked good. It was a Japanese style meal, and that was delicious. But of the baked goods, I particularly liked their strawberry croissant and their banana croissant. I thought those were really good. I think Young most liked that red bean cream puff more than anything else.
Yeah, red bean cream puff. Where can I start? That was the best. The pastry is so paper thin. I think it's magical. How can you put those cream inside? It's not even pastry. It's not break, and it's inside of the pastry. So fluffy, light. You bite the whole, almost like 2 bites. I finish it, and it's like just melting away in your mouth.
Yeah, that was really good there.
So good.
We've come to Rye Goods. This seems to be like one of the newest, trendiest little bakeries. It's in Newport Beach, just near Violito, and they have a lot of really interesting pastries here. So we got a homemade Pop-Tart, that looks really good. We got a chocolate croissant, which I always love. And we just got a list of what are some of their best pastries here. We'll try them all. We got a focaccia, and I think they heated that up for us, and that's on rye bread. It's named Rye Goods, so the rye bread better be good. And let's try it. So I'm hoping this takes me back to my childhood. This is a homemade Pop-Tart. I hope it tastes better than the ones you get in the package, but we'll see. That's good. The pastry is very crunchy and crackly. It's nice. It's made with a really good quality dough. The glaze has a little bit of tanginess. It's not all pure sugar like a lot of Pop-Tarts are. So this is nice. I haven't quite gotten to the filling yet. Yeah, I don't know what kind of filling this is. That might be like an apple filling. It's definitely got a fruit flavor to it. Maple scone. When Young was looking at what to get here, she saw that you're supposed to get biscuits. So we went looking for biscuits, and they said, "Oh, we don't make biscuits." So I said, "Do you make scones?" And they said, "Yeah, we do." So I got this. So hopefully this is going to be a good one. It looks like it's got a maple glaze on it. That has raisins in it. It's good. This is like a cross between an American style scone and an English style scone. If you've been to England and you've tried their scones, you'll notice they're very much like an American biscuit. And American scones tend to be a little bit denser, more compact, and a little bit sweeter. This has the sweetness, plus it has the raisins that you will often find in a decent American scone. It's good. It's got some density to it, but it's not as dense as your typical American scone, and yet it's not as light as an English style. But I do like it. It's very tasty. The maple glaze on top of it makes it really tasty. So I'll eat this one. Rye Goods. Rye Goods, I love the Pop-Tart. The Pop-Tart was so good. It was so tasty. Nothing like what you're going to get in the package. It was just fresh. It was crispy on the outside. It was really unctuous on the inside. A lot of apple filling and a nice little raspberry topping. It was delicious. But Young keeps going crazy about the scone there.
Oh,
she really likes the scone.
Scone, the best scone. I'm still dreaming about the scone. And it's actually for personally, I don't like any nuts, raisins, anything inside of the bread or pastry, but they add some raisins or something inside. I didn't even notice they have in there because it's like the perfect texture was so perfect and dense and sweet. Oh, what can I say? It's almost like texture is Okinawa sweet potato texture. It's dense and sweet, not so sweet. Oh, that was so good.
Okay.
My favorite. We should go back.
We'll go back. Now, Milan is probably one of the most legitimate French bakeries in Orange County. We ordered our latte for young, and we got a chocolate to go with it. So, you know, and then if you take a look, all of their utensils here, they're potato ware, which means they're made out of potatoes. They're biodegradable. It's very French concept here. It's very good. So we got a bunch of pastries here, which I am going to eat with my potatoes. And we're going to start out with the chocolate eclair. They also had coffee eclairs. I love coffee eclairs, but the chocolate eclair, particularly the French style of chocolate eclair, is different from the American style in that the filling is usually chocolate and not cream. Okay, so if you take a look, you see it's got a chocolate cream in the center. It's not a custard, it's not a pastry cream, it's a chocolate. That's the difference between a French chocolate eclair and an American chocolate eclair. And I love this. I had this the first time I went to Paris. I tried it. It's much more decadent. Their coffee eclairs are really good here too, but I was in the mood for chocolate today. This next item you don't find at a lot of places. You do find at legitimate French bakeries, but it's a relatively rare pastry found here in the U.S. This is called a trapézienne. And what it is, it's a plain white cake filled with cream, dusted with powdered sugar. It's just very simple, it's rich, it's made to go with coffee. It comes from the area of Saint-Tropez, which is why they call it a trapézienne. It's actually a nice dish, and their pastry creams here are very good, which is one of the reasons I got it. That's good. There's a little citrus flavor in the glaze. So you have pretty much a standard white cake, which is delicate, perfect for soaking up coffee, and it's got the citrus flavor in it. Delicious. Milan, the one thing that the Milan had that I think we both agreed was probably the best of any of the bakeries was the trapézienne torte.
Yeah.
The trapézienne torte with the cream in the middle and just plain cake on the outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, but apparently that torte was named by Brigitte Bardot when she was actually filming a movie in Saint-Tropez. I think it was And God Created Woman. And she went and tried that and just went crazy over it. And then she kept going back to the bakery every day and saying, I'd like that trapézienne torte. And so it got the name. And you don't find it in a lot of bakeries here in the US, but some really good French bakeries such as Milan. And then there's a place up in San Francisco called Boulangerie that also makes a really good trapézienne. And I thought that was probably the best thing over at Milan. As we said, the European style bakeries, we've just gone through those styles this time. There are lots of other bakeries in Orange County that are really, really good. And we only did the middle to the South County.
Yeah.
There's some great stuff in North County. And there are a lot of really good Asian bakeries here, which we're probably going to include in a future video and maybe do a few of those together. And a lot of those are up in the North County because you have the Vietnamese area and you have a lot of the Korean area in Irvine you know, that type of thing. You have some really good Asian style bakeries, and Porto's everybody loves, the Cuban style bakery. Anyway, we're going to do another video on that sometime in the future. This time it was just the European style bakeries in Mid-County to South County, and you know, we're very satisfied. Any one of those would be worth going to again and again, and we probably will go again and again.
Yeah, so if you guys know, I mean, any other recommendation, and so you can let us know,
Yeah.
you know. and
Because
can
we are
try
going to do some more videos. So
Yeah.
if you guys have recommendations that are your favorite bakeries and we missed them, I know there are lots of good bakeries here and we're going to have missed some of
Yeah.
them. So tell us in the comments below. We'll go ahead
Yeah,
and
we
we'll
will-
include it
we'll
in a
try to-
future video.
Okay.
All right.